Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Karen Polka, and I'll be speaking with Trevor Schick. Today's show is sponsored by Marine Parts Source. Welcome, Trevor, to Spotlight.
Thank you. It's great to be here today.
So you have a new company, and it's something that's probably in demand.
I do. I found a little niche here in the Port Huron area, and actually it's extended to quite a ways throughout southeast Michigan as well.
And so what's the name of your company?
It's called Trev's Mobile Bike Shed, and we focus on servicing bicycles.
Okay, so bicycles, like if I get a flat tire?
Flat tires, tune-ups, and even e-bikes as far as diagnosing those, because those have their own issues as well.
All right, so how did you see this gap, that there was a need for something like this?
Well, I didn't see the need at first, but I wanted to open up a business in the area that wasn't risky as far as buying a building or renting a building.
Sure.
And so I thought it'd be kind of low risk to run one out of a van. And once I started doing some research, I did see that there are other people that do it. And so I thought maybe this is a feasible idea. And then once I started doing it, that's when I really saw the need for it.
So there is the mobility part where people can't get to a bike store you were just speaking of. So you travel here in St. Clair County. Recently you were outside the county as well.
That's correct. I've traveled all the way to Detroit, Rochester Hills. Those, they cost a little bit because I do charge a travel fee.
Yeah.
I usually charge about $1 per mile, which is pretty normal for traveling businesses.
Normal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But mainly for customers who can't bring their bicycle to the shop, whether it be because of how bulky the bicycle or tricycle is, or the weight of it.
Okay, so you were in Detroit, St. Clair Shores, but here we are in St. Clair County. How do people get a hold of you if they do need some assistance in their bikes?
So right now I have a Facebook page, so they can message me on that. I've got cell phone, email. I don't know if I need to say my number right now, but...
Well, just, your Facebook page is under your name.
It is, well, Trev's Mobile Bike Shed is what it's under,
Yeah,
yes.
Trev's Mobile.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is one of the highlights have been happening with this new business that you just started this year in 2024?
Yes, I just started this in March. Some of the highlights, we had a grand opening at Pine Grove Park, which was very exciting. A lot of people showed up for that. We had a competition to see if you could change an inner tube faster than me, and there's some prizes for that, T-shirts, and even you could win a free tune-up, but nobody beat me, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I should say, yeah.
Exactly. Well, it is a good thing that you can do it fastest because it is your company. So do you have any employees, or is it just you right now?
Not yet. It's just me right now. I do have a lot of help on the social media end.
Okay.
That's it.
And so you've been bike riding since you were, on a tricycle yourself? I'm talking a small tricycle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's been a big part of my life. I grew up in Memphis, Michigan.
Okay.
And when I was growing up around 12, 13 years old, I started grabbing bikes, they were out on the curb. I figured there was nothing to lose with those,
Really?
Yeah. And so my grandpa actually noticed me getting into that, and he bought me my first bicycle repair stand, which I still use today. I bring it with me, and it just kept on going from there.
See, that's the thing. It isn't just always like where you're going to go. It's what you started with when you were younger, and how our grandparents are such an influence.
Absolutely.
And is he still around to see the success that you're already working in?
Unfortunately, he passed away in October, but I did tell him about this idea that I had, and he told me to go for it. So that's what really motivated me to get it going.
That's really great. Do you have any other goals that you're looking forward to doing?
Yes, with the business, I am actually working on a goal right now for special needs cycles.
Okay.
So right now we're fundraising for an adaptive cycle for a little girl who has cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And so all the funds, once we get all the funds for that, I'll purchase the bike, assemble it, and deliver it to the family.
So is it a local family here?
It is.
Okay,
yes.
I'm wondering if I know that family. I'm not sure if we're allowed to talk about that yet, but that is really wonderful. So if you're going to do that, you also just assemble bikes. So let's say someone just orders a bike.
That's correct.
Do they do that still?
Yeah, even on Amazon. If you order a bike
Really?
on Amazon, it comes in a big box, and it says it's, 80 or 50% pre-assembled, but it's usually not the case. I've gotten a lot of calls from people who say...
Because they're like, help.
yes, they get stuck on something, because there's a lot of tricky parts to it.
Okay.
But But yeah, so if you get a bike in the box, you can call me and I'll come by and assemble it.
Okay. There's just so many different things. Do you set up a stand sometimes along the trails, just in case?
I haven't done that yet, but it's definitely on my radar.
Okay.
Right now, I'm booked about a week and a half out right now for repairs. And it's been
are?
pretty consistent through the summer so far with that. And so I think maybe once I start slowing down, I'll start kind of going out to different areas and trying to drum up business
So
that
there's
way.
no lack of demand here.
No, I've gotten a lot more response than I expected.
That's
for
really
sure.
great. So I don't know if you know, in downtown Port Huron, there's going to be reconstruction, and we're talking about putting a bike lane in there. So anything that
that'd
we
be
can
great.
get some bike lanes and more people out active, it's so healthy for us
Yes.
individually. So is there any last things that you'd like to share about your company?
No, not really. I mean, I think we
Just having
covered
fun?
it pretty well. I'm having a great time. I started this in March as a job change. I was working in the merchant marine on the freighters on the Great Lakes, and I just needed to take a break from that, and so that's why I started this whole thing, and it's been great.
I love the entrepreneurial spirit. How wonderful. So if you had to choose any color bike for yourself, what color bike would you choose?
There was a bike that I was looking at. I was working at a shop in Traverse City. It was my last bicycle shop that I worked at, and there was a specific bike that I really wanted, and it was actually a chameleon color, so it kind of was like a
kinda
chromey
changes.
looking
Okay,
changey color.
yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be the color that I'm still wanting that bike. Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to talk to you later and hope that you'll be able to get to that at some point.
Thank you.
So thanks so much, Trevor, for joining us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Spotlight.